I've been going through some old photo albums recently, and in a lot of ways, comparing old photos to recent ones. That is, if we still took photos. It's a look at night and day. In the pictures of our young family, you seem radiant, inside and out. You're practically glowing. You're absolutely thrilled to be a young woman, and a young mother. You can tell. It's like you're defeated now, being forced to switch gears into your mid-40s and become the breadwinner for our family has taken a nasty emotional toll on you, and I feel that there is no more joy left. I know that there are 20-odd years separating these photos from today, and that time changes everything, but I feel like we lost something, and we're going to keep losing things forever. I was supposed to be a part of your joy, and I was, I think, for a long time, but it seems now that I'm just another reason for you to despair. For as long as I can remember, people have gushed about how much I look like you. The truth is that I'm a very thorough mix of you and my dad, and probably resemble more of my dad's people than yours, but that's never stopped folks from going on about how I'm your spitting image. You're beautiful. I should be beautiful. You're a wonderful woman. I should be a wonderful woman. But looking at these old photos and seeing you so radiantly happy just drives home the fact that I will never feel like that about myself, about my place on earth, about my femaleness, about any hypothetical children that I could, in theory, bring into the world. I could be your spitting image, or I could try. I could style myself after you, act like you, relate to people like you do, raise a family like you did. But I'd be a shell. Mangled guts pretending, to quote a truly excellent play. And I think the expectation that I should be like you makes it all the more difficult for me to consider departing from you in a manner so catastrophic as the sex change. Gender-ambiguous baby, though I am in that photograph, in your eyes, and always have been, and will, I suspect, always will be, your daughter, before your child. And your hopes and dreams for me all come down to that. My mom needs a daughter, not just another child. How can I take that away from you when you've already lost so much? I never got to share the moments at school with you when I felt I truly fit in, nor the struggles I had with fitting in to my own family. I hardly ever told you the truth about me, and whenever we'd have talks about myself, the tears were because of throatfuls of lies that I have to tell you just to keep myself alive. And you don't get to know the meaning behind one of my first tattoos that I'll get, and you don't know the true meaning as to why I don't attend school dances. Mom, I never got to share with you my life as a teenager because I feel I already disappointed you, and that was only 5% of the person that I really am. I never got to be your daughter, and I never got to be your son because I was terrified of you, terrified of your reaction. I hated disappointing you. Over and over again, I grew up in the mindset of do everything I could to keep Mom from leaving, do everything I can to keep Mom trusting me a little bit, because you screamed. At every little thing I did that you didn't agree with, you screamed. You glared, you made snide comments, you embarrassed me, you made me feel like less of a woman, but not in the sense that would make me feel like more of a man. You weren't there on the nights I stayed up crying, silently screaming, pulling at my body, wishing I could morph it, where I'd bind my chest up tight, throw on a beanie, boxers, and cargo shorts, and stare into a mirror and feel even just an ounce of what I should feel. You weren't there. I thought I was smart. I didn't want to do anything to get myself kicked out because I had nowhere to run. I tried to tell you, I tried to let you in, but every time I did, you were a fiery beast. So I put up walls, I weaved lies, and I wore a disguise. It's not because I hate you. You're probably telling yourself that I do, but I don't hate you, Mom. I honestly don't. I hated to see the hurt. I hated to hurt you, and I just keep being such a disappointment. Mom, you're beautiful, amazing. You filled my childhood with fabulous times. You took care of me better than other parents we all knew. You spoiled me. You were there in many ways that other families weren't. But then again, there were families that I was still jealous of. The families that have members all across the LGBTQ spectrum and still care, still love, and fight for each other. I was jealous because I felt you wouldn't fight for me. I knew since I was little and an early teenager that you wouldn't fight for me in that sense. And it hurts. It still hurts. You're probably asking why now. right? Why am I spilling my guts to you? I'm at an age where I don't have to run, and I need to tell you, because I want our relationship to be true. I want us to have a relationship, even if it takes a while for it to be stable. I want you to know, love, and care for me. Mom, you know that I'm transgender. I have been for a really long time. Actually, almost my whole life. Transgender doesn't mean I want to be a boy. It means I am a boy. A man. Male. Growing up, I always had more guy friends than girls. I'd rather roll around in the mud and play with Hot Wheels and run around in shorts, topless, and play dress-up. Why I'd always sneak into the guys section and buy what I could from there. Why I'd always preferred my hair short for a while. This is why I was uncomfortable going dress shopping, and why I fought and screamed because I didn't want to wear a dress for 8th grade promotion. Yeah, you didn't know it, but when I was little, I would pretend to be a noble knight that needed to save a princess. I'd picture myself wearing a tux, going to work, not caring for the kids. And as a teenager, I want to work out like the guys. I want to gain muscle and be able to fit large things and grow facial hair. When it came time for puberty, I hated having my period, and I'm sure I'll spend years to come wishing I could rip out my uterus. I hate how big my boobs are. I love how low my voice is, because it can easily be mistaken for a male. I have friends that I told, and will continue to tell, and they are my largest support groups. I have a few friends that are going through the same things I am. Mom, I love you, and I always have, and none of this is your fault. It's not the internet faults either, nor my friends, or anyone's. I am who I am. I plan to change my name to Colton, and I know you don't like that, but I do. It rings a bell in my head. It feels familiar. And I plan to someday start testosterone, and one day I will no longer have breasts, and I will go by Mr., he, him, and his. I will wear tuxedos, and I will be a father. You can accept this and want to try and keep me in your life, or you can continue on the way you've been and think that I'm wrong, and tell me that I am a girl. I am happy. I am the happiest that I have ever been. I am still your kid, Mom, and I still want to be your kid. I love you so much, but I've done all I can to keep this relationship going. I've changed so much. I bend, I hide, I miss out on so much just to keep you happy and loving me. But now it's different. With or without you, I will live a happy, successful life, but I'd love to share it with you, and I'd love you to know your grandbabies and be there for my wedding day, and I want to be able to hug you when you die. But none of that will happen unless you do some changing. I'm here for you, Mom. I know it hurts, and it's confusing, and all the things that are going through your mind. I can't even begin to imagine. But I'm here. You can scream at me all you want. Hit me if you will. Kick me out, and all I'll do is hug you and tell you that I love you, and listen. Listen to see if you even want to fix things and work at it. If you don't, I'll find a way to leave. But still, I will wait for the day where you do want to try. I love you, and I want us both to be happy, eventually, and still be involved with each other. Please don't let this change the relationship we have, because you'll always be my mom.